Alright, we're back for some Persona 3, and I think we're just about done with the game here. This probably only have like a few more days, and it's probably just clean up more than anything. Sorry, I was just thinking about you. Hey, can we go somewhere else? Sure. Thanks, you're okay. You don't look so good. Oh, no. Oh, don't bring me back just to kill me again. Don't do it. Sorry for calling you out here. I actually have a little favor to ask. Well, her eyes are cast down as if hesitating. It's my mom. I want you to meet her. Oh my gosh. I'm not really out here trying to meet the parents like that, but you know, hey, that's not what I meant. I just promised to visit my mom, but I'm still kind of scared. If I see her, I might end up saying some really nasty things. What if we end up hurting each other even more? I don't want to hurt her feelings. I still haven't sorted all this out inside. I think I do want to see her. That's why I thought it'd be great if you could be there with me. You don't have to say anything, really. I feel more confident just by having you around. I feel like if I can clear the air with my mom if you come with me. So if it's not too much trouble, how about I'd rather not, after all that, I'd rather. Sounds good to me, uh-huh. Really? Thanks. I'll call her up right away. I've been putting this off for so long. Sorry my family is such a pain. You're such a pain. You are. Well, I guess you have part. Hey, so I bet you're thinking you couldn't have gone out with someone with fewer problems. Yeah, you kind of right. You got that right. I wanted the actual answer, the correct answer. But hey, it sounds weird when you come right out and say it like that. I was just joking. Jeez. It's almost spring break. It went by so fast. We're already seniors. At the end of the year, we'll graduate and go to college and then start a career. Oh, it's hard to imagine. Do you think we'll still be together then? Well, of course. Who knows? Oh man, that's such a long time here. Who knows? Of course. Yeah, I think so too. Well, let's talk about the near future then. How going somewhere over spring break? Oh, maybe we get to go to Destiny Land. Ah, Destiny Land. Let's go. Even in 3, we still had Destiny Land. But just the two of us, okay? You better not invite anyone else. Oh my. You can't. Like if we stay the night. Oh my, you can't. She can't help but stay blush. I wonder if anyone else at the dorm would realize if we both went away for it. Bruh, she's 100% in at this point. Bruh. She is committed. That's an embarrassing thought. We'll talk more about it later. She didn't say no, and she also suggested it. Don't forget to leave some time free during spring break. Right. Who's gonna tell her? Well, we may as well talk to everybody. Controller, please. Are you leaving now? Me too. At least I want to, but I gotta go somewhere else. I'll come with you. What? No way. Well, nah, I can't. I'm going to the public library. Honestly, I hardly ever read in the school library. I'm studying sports medicine, so I really don't have time today. Sorry about that. But since we're here together, why don't we talk for a while? Want to walk with me to the entrance at least? Okay then. Well, I'll be going now. Come on, let's go out. Good luck. Come on. Jeez, I can't. Remember what I told you before about finding my dream? I never had anything like that until now, so I've been like, no. Honestly, my grades suck. It's tough to get them back up. That's why I need to try hard. Oh, really? Now you want to be a tryhard? I seriously want to go have fun with you. Cross my heart. I want to be with you. Nice. And I kind of want to feel you too. Oh my. All the ladies are very touchy-feely in this game. I gotta be patient. That's what I keep telling myself. I want to take my dream into my own hands and stand next to you with my hand held high. I want to walk alongside you. You just watch, I'll charm the pants off. I'd like to see you try. You'll fall in love with me all over again. Excuse you. You've been simping for me for the very beginning, so this is no. This is not how this works. You've been simping for me from the very beginning. Just kidding. See, really need to be patient. Yeah, exactly, because you thought you did it the first time when you didn't do it the first time. Hey, you know that saying beer tastes better after an honest day's work, right? That's just what I mean. If we're patient now and cool off for a while, then later on. You idiot, look what you're making me say. I didn't say anything. Bruh. Anyways, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll see you later. Let's go out again sometime soon. Who's gonna tell her? Are nerd? Sure. You feeling alright? You don't look so good. If there are no symptoms, it could be anemia. You want me to take you to the nurse's office? Well, first, I want to tell you something. I took the college entrance exam, and I failed. It's the first time I ever failed this badly. Well, I took a college entrance exam anyways, and I passed because I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd, okay? I went in the STEM, and I've talked about that plenty of times, though. But yeah, I did go into the STEM field. I do have my associates in computer science for the associates in computer information systems for the bachelor's. So a little bit of a nerd, some might say. Now they actually use it is the thing. I'm gonna study harder starting this spring. I thought I studied enough, but I guess I started too late. Before, I probably would have given up after hearing about it, but not anymore. I want to be a doctor and save as many lives as I can. I want to protect my loved ones. There are lots of ways I can do that, but my way is to heal them, so I won't give up anymore. I'm going to try the entrance exam next year, and this time I'll be shooting for the top score. Thanks. I think it was because of your help this year that I changed so much. I'll be graduating a year earlier than you, but I won't forget about you. Okay. Who else can we talk to? I was just looking for you. This came from my morgue. I bet his school is sorry he's gone, but it's good news for us because now there's nothing standing between us and total victory. See you around. You received a letter. You opened it. How are things? I never knew your address, so I'm sending this to your school. His firm handwriting fills the page. You picture his face. Now that's kind of sus. I'm doing good. I'm starting to get used to the job too, but what I really wanted to talk to you about was kendo. Before, I had totally given up on the idea of continuing kendo. Oh yeah, because in this one, the original one we picked swimming. This one I picked kendo just to see if anything was different. And basically outside of a different little bit of clothing change, really not so much. But even so, part of me still don't want to let it go. I had to do it, but kendo was my whole life. I guess the plant manager realized what's up, he's helping me out. We're gonna make a kendo team. Well, I call it a team, but it's really just a few guys at the factory. We practice after work and sometimes on our days off. The other day we did endurance swimming at Lake Bywater. We even climbed Mount Hawaii. We don't have fancy equipment like before, so it's not as efficient, but I'm enjoying myself. Most of the guys are just in it for fun, and we don't do much serious training, but I guess it's a good handicap. How about you? You still at it, right? I'm sure you're just gonna keep getting better and better. I'm almost as anxious for you to improve as I used to be about myself. It's a strange feeling. So hey, one day you and I are gonna go at it again. This time it'll be my turn to be your rival and get things going. It feels nice having a goal. I can't believe I'd forgotten what that was like. Oh yeah, my mom's getting better. She's in a sanatorium with fresh air and good doctors. My relatives and friends come by the house, so my brothers are well taken care of too. Everything's going great these days. Feel like I'll be able to take care of the people that matter, but it's really fulfilling, and thanks to you, it's all coming together, so thanks. Can't wait to see you again. You better be ready. A little more wholesome than I generally expected that one to be. Man, sir. What's the matter? You don't look well. Make sure they get some rest. My apologies. I meant of course. If you don't mind, could we go somewhere to talk? I have some business to take care of later on, but I want to be with you until then. We did actually max out Mitsuru's in this playthrough, so maybe that's why it's actually showing up for her today. Let's go to the student council room then. I'd like to see it once more before graduation. Oh, what a nerd. This room brings back memories. I was only away for a little while due to the exams. The results haven't been posted yet, but I don't have any doubt that I passed. This spring, I'll formally become a university student. So this will be my last chance to see this view from. I don't have much time today. All the members of the head family are gathering for a briefing session. The creature group looks strong right now, but it's actually very frail. It could collapse at any time. I must stay strong. Siri seems a little tired. Oh, can I help? Of course you can. In fact, there's something only you can do. Yeah, boy. You already know. Who else will help me relax if I become exhausted? Who else will lend me a shoulder when I need support? If you can think of anyone else, let me know. Huh? Yeah. You know, now as I think of it, nobody's really coming to mind. Huh? Well, I guess it's the only thing I can do. Soon I'll be saving my photos till the dorm, too. I've been slowly packing up my things, but it's not going. Everything brings back memories. A book, a picture, a piece of clothing, on and on. My senior year seemed short, but very full. It went by so quickly, especially after you. Anytime I pass you in the dorm or speak with you, I thought my heart would burst. I never knew I had such feelings. If you hadn't come to the school, I wonder what would have become of me. If I hadn't met you, would I have accepted my arranged marriage? Oh yeah, that's the thing. Apparently, Monsieur, kind of like Haru, if you ever played Persona 5 or watched our Persona 5 playthrough, how she has a arranged marriage as well. Monsieur also has one. But being the Chad that we are, we were like, yeah, that's not happening. Or would I have gotten on my motorcycle one day, driven off, and never returned? Fate is a mysterious thing. But there's no use dwelling on the past. I have things that must be done to secure a future for the Kirijo group and myself. You could be a part of that future too. Like, oh, I'm gonna be a big part of that future, I'm sure. Do you understand? Come visit the Kirijo head family sometime. Don't worry, it's just to say hello. I want them to get used to your face. It's almost time. I have to be on my way. I wish we could see each other back at the doors, but I'll be late tonight, maybe this weekend. Just the two of us, of course. Yeah, boy. We're going... are you saying we're going to the island by ourselves? Oh my. Well, I'll see. Well, I'm here now, apparently. Fuka, what's up? Are you okay? You look so pale. You know, you guys are doing some real foreshadowing right now. Trying to have some touching experiences here. But all of you guys are like, man, you look like that. Hey, hey, want to talk to me? Maybe you should see the nurse. Fuka, I don't know if you went to the nurse at this school, but he's kind of nuts. Oh, well, I'll go with you. I'm going to the faculty office and the nurse's office next door. I want to be by your side as much as I can. Nice. Rejector offer, obviously. Fuka, who would actually want to go out with that? Okay. I'd be happy to go with you. Let's go then. Oh, this is actually the first time we walk side by side in the school, huh? I'm a little nervous. We're just walking to school, Fuka. Yamaguchi, what are you doing outside the faculty office? I want to start a tech club. Nerd. Tech clubs? You mean technician clubs? Well, I think you'd have to go to a hardware store for those. No, not tech clubs, a tech club. Like a club all about technology and electronics. You want to start a club? Why is Yamagishi so troublesome? Look, it's already March. Can't you wait at least until April? I really want to get started on it now. I'll do my best to find members, so do I have your permission to start a club? Well, you mean to say you don't have any members yet? Then it's not even worth discussing? I mean, can you blame him? You can't start a club without at least 5 members. Makes sense. Oh, he's gone. Well, looks like I need to find 5 people. Would you like to join my tech club? I'll think about it. Of course, I love technology. And the ladies that love technology, like Fuka. Not like Fuka. I'm so glad. I was hoping you would say it. Let's go. I thought liking electronics made me strange. No, liking electronics is not strange, like at all. For for either one of the genders. Now, now if you're saying like astrology or tarot cards or something like that, then you spend too much time on TikTok. But hey, I always thought to keep it to myself because I thought it was strange for a girl to be interested. But if you're gonna send me for being this way, I don't want to hide it anymore. No more pretending to be someone else to my friends. I've decided to be strong and let everyone know who I really am. Even if people think I'm strange, that's okay. I'll have you with me, so there's nothing to be scared of. That's right. I want to meet lots of people like me and hang out. I kept my love of electronics hidden, so I never had any friends who shared my interests. That's why I thought I'd start a club all about it. Maybe other people like that sort of thing as well. If so, I want a way to talk to them. But I admit, it makes me a little nervous. Oh, but I'll see. I'll still keep coming to art. Okay, so I went to art again in this second playthrough. And the only reasoning is because they're always like, oh, I don't know which one Fuka went to, which they always say art, but I think if you went to any of the other ones, you'd be okay. It'd be extremely strange for them to lock you out of Fuka's social link if you did go to art, because then it'd be like, what's the point of going to the other ones? So I think they use art as a default for what your Fuka will be, but I think if you go to either of the other options, she'll also appear, but I haven't tried that, so don't quote me on that. I'll be busy, but it's important that I do this. It's like jumping off the diving board at the pool, that's how it feels. Hey, you'll stay in art next year too, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You could be my muse, Fuka. I want to stay in whatever clubs you're in. Yeah, I could think of a club. We just happen to hold this club in my dorm room. I know it's kind of a strange meeting place. I know what you're thinking, but like, it's a study club. I've got a desk in there. I can pull up a second chair or something. I want to be in the same homeroom too. I don't want to see more of you at the dorms. Yeah, boy, you already know. You already know. I just want to be with you more than Jim. Let's go. I've been saying more a lot. I hope you don't think I'm taking advantage of your kindness. I'm feeling a little objectified right now, Fuka. I feel like you're taking advantage of my kindness, actually. If you could just back up, that would be great. Hey, you can say whatever you want to me, okay? I may not be reliable. Oh, really, Fuka? Oh, really? Now you want to talk about not being reliable? The entire game, I needed you to do things for me, and you're always like, oh, I think a powerful shadow is like 1 floor up from you. Actually, it's like 5. Oops, my bad. Or, oh, let me get the weaknesses for you. Oh, actually, I don't know. And it's like, what is even the point? But, yeah, Fuka things. But I want to get to know you better. I want to get closer. Oh, we can get real close. I gotta hurry and find some club members. I need to make some posters and other things, too. She's gonna put them electronic skills to work. Maybe that just means she's really good with her hands, you know? Next time, maybe we can talk about more in my room. Yes. That sounds like a perfect idea. Don't the girls always get more room in their rooms? Yeah. That seems completely fine. Well, bye. Really have to go now. I'm here now, apparently. You really want me to go to the... well, nurses is locked, Fuka. The faculty office? You can hear Miss Toriyumi's voice with it. Go inside? Sure. In the faculty office, Miss Toriyumi and Miss Terauchi are talking. Anyway, you've been different lately, Miss Toriyumi. You're looking more and more like a professional. Your lesson the other day intrigued me too. It seemed like you spent a lot of time preparing. I've never seen you so passionate about teaching before. This one, coming from the teacher that only talks about relationships in the game, but sure. It's unparalleled. Yes, I've been studying more than just making preparations lately. Things like how to communicate the lessons I want to teach. Oh man, if only more teachers had done that when I was going through school, rather than just reading off of PowerPoints every single class, bro. It was every class. Even in college, it was like 99% like for PowerPoint presentations. It was like, I'm paying this much for this. You know, I got a degree. I got signatures on a piece of paper. Hopefully that's worth some form of money because, like, bruh, I paid way too much for that. But that's an entirely different story. But it seems odd that I'd start now. The thing is, I've decided to stop wasting my time always living only in the present. How wonderful. I'm impressed by your change of heart. A change of heart? Persona 5 reference? Back in 3? Oh, what brought this on? Well, when I was goofing off one weekend, I met someone, so I took a closer look at my life. That person, well, was it? Yes, it must have been a person. Ah, yes, I understand. I myself once went through a similar epiphany. Now that I think about it, I met my darling husband thanks to a destiny called fate. A destiny called fate. Isn't that like saying my headache hurts? Anyways, isn't that a harsh thing to say to a single girl like me? Ooh, got her. Well, if you excuse me, the teacher seemed busy. You decide to leave. Ah, is everything okay? Do you need something? You don't look well. Maybe you should visit the nurse. Everybody's saying that I don't look well. You guys are foreshadowing something happening to me, and I don't like it. You know, like, this is going too well. Like, you know, what are you guys gonna do to me? Oh, you dropped something. Oh, no. Historiomi, don't look at it. She picked up my cell phone. Oh, well, time to get expelled. Oh, well, I'm graduating anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's go. See, this Miss Toriumi noticed wallpaper on it. This? Now. Cell phones aren't allowed at school. Yeah, good luck with that one. That screen. I read downward, love you. My, what a charming confession of love. Did you make this? No, it was from my online girlfriend. No, it was made. Do we expose her? I feel like we have to expose her, right? Hey, I have no I have absolutely no clue what this kid is talking about. Right. That's a mighty big blush there, Miss Teacher Lady, for knowing nothing about this. Although I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Never mind. What's going on? Why would he have the screen cap? Don't tell me he got it online, but the only people who were on the servers were... Yeah. There was only 2 of us, and one of them was you. So what does that mean, Miss Teacher Lady? Is she not looking very happy right now? Huh? No way. It can't be. Is this a joke? No. Miss Toriumi started flipping out. Calm down, Miss Toriumi. Help, someone call a doctor. Don't tell me, you're Tatsuya? I said all that to you? Don't worry, you might have been one of the first teacher ladies, but you know, we got Miss Kawakimi in 5, and then 4. I mean, she's not a social link, but you know, she seems to really. Although I guess we did see her in 3 too. If you know, you know. No. This is bad. No. She took her flipping out to a whole new level. Oh, now she's crying. This can't be happening. I quit the school. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back. I wish I was dead. Okay. Oh, do we just drill it in even deeper? Please calm down. You know that's not happening. Surely we have to go all in. Then you really are. I'm Maya. I'm Maya, damn it. You got a problem with that? No. I mean, you're not Kawakimi, but you're not Kawakimi. Why don't you say something? Jeez, you idiot. This is so embarrassing. The story me through the file she was holding. Bruh. Help. Somebody help. But there was one thing I wanted to say if we ever met face to face. It's thanks to you that I was able to turn my life around. So I'm grateful. Wipe that smile off your face, or I'll wipe it off for you with my fist. Oh my! Help! Somebody help! I'm getting beaten up by the teachers. No, if you don't mind, maybe we could have dinner? Naughty? Well, that took a real 180 right there, didn't it? She threw the dictionary she was holding out. Help! Somebody help! I'm getting beat up by the teacher lady over here. She's throwing hands and files and dictionaries. Like, bro, what is going on here? Oh, the hell with this. She ran away. Alright, well. Why was that one like the most interesting one so far? Oh, hey, I don't mind, but you were going out with Yuko, huh? She's been pretty energetic. Is that all because of you? Last time she had this huge book about knees and she was trying to figure out which muscle was where. It really tickled. How come she can't practice that stuff on you, dude? Oh. No, cause I don't know how to tell you this, but she's practicing other things on me that involve sports medicine, of course. Well, she's a great girl. Don't let her down, okay? Now, why did I just say that? Oh yeah, I had to talk to you about some. She's not your sister. No, surely not. I just heard back from the hospital about my knee. The results are in. It's 100% healed. They said I could keep doing kendo. Dude, I was so happy I almost broke the doctor's back. I hugged him so hard. But thinking about it now, if I kept hiding the pain in my knee, I get goosebumps, man. I was pushing myself too hard, trying to catch up to you, and I got pissed off because nothing seemed to go right. Just like many things in life that tend not to go right. I went too far again and shot my knee all the hell. Man, I was acting like a little kid. I thought so anyways. I kept saying it was all for my nephew, but it was just my pride. Pride is, both a great thing and also quite a burden. And I got you, the guy on my team on my parents' word for nothing. Yeah, I was such a baby. Don't worry about it. Thanks, man. Well, at least I finally snapped out of it, even if it took me long enough. Thanks, I couldn't have done it if you had been there for me. I swear right here, right now, that I'm going to do better next. I'm not going to jump to conclusions like that. I'm going to listen to people. It's hard for me, but that's about it. I just wanted to tell you first. Now I'm going to head to the faculty office and tell everyone there, and then tell the team. Dude, are you alright? You look kind of tired. Go get some rest, man. Your health is the most important thing, right? We're still signed up for the spring tournament. If you slack off, man, I'm going to leave you in the dust. Good luck with that. Hello, you don't look good. Are you okay? Well, time flies. It's already March. There's something I wanted to tell you. We'll still be able to talk to each other next year, but I want to say this while we're still both on the student council. I'm going to quit the council. I'm just not going to apply next year. And cigarette business gave me a lot to think about. This may sound odd, but do you think this country is headed in the right direction? Nah. I see, me neither. Around January, there was a sinister cold growing in popularity. Oh, we were well aware. A society without a future. For many people out there, that's the reality. Oh, jeez. Very topical nowadays, huh? I was thinking how we could change that. What it would take to change society. I thought maybe one influential person could start a revolution. I mean, it's not impossible, but, it's not exactly common. But starting a revolution just because you have the power to do it creates more problems. That's what the Nix incident taught me. I realized how naive I had been. Now I think the best thing for society is more education. Things that each of us have to learn before going out into the world. That's what we need most. So I'm thinking of becoming a teacher. As society is dictated by its people, if we improve the people's minds, society will be likewise improved. Oh, is that why they keep us all dumb? And the many other reasons why they do it. Hey, you can't say that though. Aren't you gonna laugh at me? Say something like, you, a teacher? I see. I'll do my best. That's all I wanted to tell you. And that to say thanks. It was thanks to you that I reached this conclusion. Nice. Who else do we have? I don't know if Bebe is even gonna be a thing because I only talked to him once but never actually established the social. Rip. Hey, what's up? Are you okay? You don't look so good. I'll be better after you help. You should get home and rest before it gets worse. Right now, sorry, you're feeling sick, and here I am making you stand around. What were you gonna say? Oh, she's already blushing. Let's go. Well, it isn't much, but let's go. Look at this flyer here. The history of passionate love between teachers and students. Ooh, extremely topical nowadays. Especially between female teachers and students, which they used to. The media always loves to cover it the other way around, but when it's the other way around, absolutely no coverage, yet the cases keep increasing in frequency and just the amount in general. But you can't say that, though, because that goes against narratives they want to push. Interesting how that works out, huh? People are free to fall in love with each other. There's nothing bad about it. I can see why it'd be a problem if it was between a teacher and a student, but that doesn't give them the right to make fun of it like this. I'm going to write a protest letter to the school paper. And you know, student-teacher relationships. What? That would never happen in this game. Oh, I'll be alright on my own. Don't lie to me, Chihiro. I'll go by myself. Thank you very much. I made up my mind. It's not much, but next year I want to join the student council too. She's just straight blushing the entire time. She's melting right now. The things that showed me the way to change myself. It was student council. And no. It wasn't student council and me. It was me. So I wanted to push myself hard. I want to like myself more. Good for you. And I want you to like me more too. You and all the other ladies. I want to be the first one in your thoughts. Well, you're gonna have some heavy competition for that one, Chihiro. You're definitely above some of the others, but the first one that comes to mind, though, like, that's a lot to ask. That's why I like you. Nice. She said the thing. What am I saying? I can't believe I said something like that at school. I'm sorry. Well, please excuse me. Maybe next time we could go home together. Oh, is that the only thing we're gonna do? Are we gonna play sorry when we get home? Because I always come in first. Yeah, it's sorry. Or if not there, I have a lot of places I'd like to see. I want to visit each of them with you. Nice. Well, you know, I know a hotel that we could go to, and this Boulevard Street I heard is pretty good too. Well, all right then. Who else do we still have? We haven't talked to Akihiko or Junpei, right? That sounds right. They may or may not actually show up today. They could also be outside the school. We have yet to actually leave the school grounds, so there is that. Home economics. It's locked. Yeah, because I didn't talk to Bebe enough. Alright, well, rip to whatever Bebe's thing was gonna be. I don't think I even got in my original playthrough, like before we did the second playthrough here, so it doesn't surprise me too much that's the thing. Alright, so I guess the boys are hanging out at the high school at the moment. Probably nighttime before I can actually talk to our nighttime people. Aren't you the boy who used to talk to the monk upstairs? He actually called here trying to reach you. I think he had a message for you, but I can't quite remember. Hey, don't freak out. Just hang on a sec. The bartender walked into the club. Here you go. I wrote it down. Good thinking, huh? But my handwriting isn't so good. I hope you can read it. I found my wife and son. Good for you, Bit. My son's a good-for-nothing punk, and my wife is frigid as usual. What? Wait a minute. Why does this sound like Kanji and his mom? Is that too much? Is that too much of a stretch? Because I don't believe in 4 we ever actually see Kanji's dad. Like, we clearly see his grandmother, but that which way? Shut up, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. A lot's happened, but I apologize 1,000 times and everything's back to normal now. I guess you could say we're back in love with each other. I realized rather than holding on to my pride, I need to suck it up and apologize. So much pride right now. Thanks to you. Take care till we meet again. That's the end of it. I hope I didn't miss anything. You didn't leave any contact info or anything. Well, okay then. Well, I'm sure you'll meet him again somewhere. Hey, maybe you could become a monk. Those guys all know each other, right? Anyway, stop by this place anytime if you want a drink. Nice. Oh yeah, when I came in to open, one of the regulars was already there. Don't you know him too? He looks so depressed. You should ask him what's wrong. Me? Nah. Hey, you should deal with that. Me? I would never. This surely has to be Vince. Let's go. What's up, Vincent? Looking for someone to chat with? Alright, tell me, have you ever had a dream where you're falling? Me personally? No. Well, to tell the truth, I heard a rumor that if you don't wake up before you hit the bottom, you die. Yeah, so Vincent in this game, after I looked it up, is actually a reference to Catherine, which came out, I believe, 2 years after this game. So you actually, with Vincent being included in this game, you actually get essentially a cameo of one of the main characters for Catherine. Which I actually do have a playthrough of that game on our channel. It's actually one of our oldest ones, surprisingly. So definitely check that one out if you haven't already. Forget, sorry I shouldn't have brought it up. I've been having the weirdest dreams lately. Jeez, what's wrong? Why don't you head on home instead of wandering around a place like this? Well, I always wanted to see what kind of place this was like when I was your age, too. You're in high school, right? I remember back then. Makes me a little jealous. So, are you seeing anyone? Yeah, very fitting for the Catherine game for him to be asking questions like this. Well, it's kind of hard to say. Going through a rough patch, eh? It's fine. So you're still young enough to be responsible now and then. Things were so much simpler at that age. Weren't they? They really were, honestly. Once you get to be as old as me, love loses some of its luster. Romance gets harder to enjoy. So enjoy it while you still can. This isn't any of my business, is it? But seriously, I envy you. As an adult now, I can't be as carefree as I used to. I've got a girlfriend and we're stuck with each other, but I'm screwed if things keep going the way they are. This is actually a hint as to the actual storyline of the Catherine game itself. Again, which if you guys haven't played, absolutely check out my playthrough, because we actually get, I want to say, about half the endings in the game. There's like, I want to say there's 8 with the DLC. It might only be 6 without it, but we had the DLC, I want to say. In which case, yeah, well, I'm not going to spoil anything more of my playthrough on it. I'm just saying, if you guys are interested so far in what you're seeing from this game and what I'm telling you about, then check it out. I'm not the marrying kind. Much like a lot of guys right now, kind of based. You give up so much of your freedom once you become an adult. About that weird dream I've been having, I'm pretty sure I know what's causing it. Yeah, it's based off of, I want to say it's the witch's curse, I want to say that they call it in that game. It was just a spur of the moment thing. It always is, isn't it? Well, I cheated on my girl. Yeah, it happens. You remember the one I said I was stuck with? She might be pregnant. Might be. I'm starting to feel guilty about the whole thing. Stupid, isn't it? Hey, do you think it's an unforgivable sin to cheat on someone, or is it just human nature? I think it's sin. I think it's natural. I mean, if we take like the human aspect out of it, it's more or less just nature, because I mean, a win, I guess, for nature would be for the guys to go out and get as many women in order to continue the population or whatever. And then a win for the ladies is to get with the best dudes and then get some beta to take care of the Chad's kids, and then fall back on the beta so that way she can then get all the resources and stuff she want to get from the Chad who would leave her. So, it's kind of natural. So, what, you trying to make me feel better, or do you have some idea what I'm going through? Oh, don't worry, Vincent. I know exactly what you're going through. It's been a minute since I played the game, but I remember a general good bit of the actual storyline. Maybe you think you do. The difference between us, though, is how heavy the consequences are. You do have quite a few consequences in that game, that's true. And don't blame me, okay? When I was young, I thought my life was just beginning. Now I'm past 30, and nothing ever seemed to have got going for me. You know, it's starting to get relatable on that end as well there, Vincent. Every day is more of the same betrayal and acting on my ridiculous desires. Well, it's kind of your fault, but also kind of not your fault if you know the general plot of that game, but sure. I wonder if I'm going to have that dream again tonight. Well, it depends on what point in the game you are, but yeah, more than likely. I feel like I'm going insane. Every day is more the same betrayal. Okay. He does actually have, like, an actual profile picture, like how we have our main character showing up like that. Like, he does actually have one. I actually, that video actually should have just gone up before this one, for sure, in which case I actually use him as the thumbnail for when it does happen, so at least you get to see the full conversation between me and him. Even though throughout our regular entire playthrough, I thought they were going to do more with them than what he did. It was kind of sad to see that they didn't, but I guess I also can't be too surprised at that fact either. Oh yeah, and if you go in here, yeah, their contract is done. Igor apparently just whenever he's like, oh, contract finished. Okay, we're out of here. Final destination, get out. And he took Elizabeth and Margaret with him, which is very much so ripped me. But you know, I don't think there's anybody over here that I need to talk to. Not that I'm seeing, anyways. Yeah, gigantic cat is not in this area anymore. Oh man. The rival's not here because we already got the message from him. The old people. Have you been? You've grown so much since the last time I saw you. Come on, dear. There's no way you could have grown that much in so short a time. That must have happened is that we shrank, right? Good point, good point. You got me there. By the way, I'm thinking of giving this whole place a remodel. I'll make it even showier than the wing they're adding the Gecko. Speaking of which, the school's decided to move the tree to another field. I'll be replanted on a hill where you can see the whole campus, so our son can still watch over the school and the students. I know that tree isn't really our son, but it still makes me happy. Once my dear wife heard, she couldn't stop crying. Come on, smile. Don't yell, dear. Your dentures will fall out. Got him. Anyhow, we'll support the Gekon High School students as best we can. You look very mature in it. You must have been working so hard. Come visit us anytime. If we get his endorsement, I bet all the students will rush to the shop here. What do you think? Now, don't make him do our work for us, but he's practically our grandson. He's obligated to do favors for his ancestors. Alright, I mean, you know, he's a good sport, honestly. I mean, like, I can't even be mad at it. I'd probably even do it for him. Station, but we were just at the station. I guess it'd probably make more sense to just, except I can't look at the social link because, we've all got amnesia now or whatever. So now I have to remember every single person. Yeah, your Micah's dead. I'm Micah's dad. If you haven't made it, could we sit and talk for a while? Alright, then might and walking with me a while. I'll buy you takoyaki. There's good takoyaki there, but I bet you already know that. Oh, what do you mean? I've never been to this place. I say this place, I remember all the times I'd come here with Mike. She came here when she ran away from home, too. She really loved the takoyaki. She was a good, individual, huh? Because the YouTube reads when, that gets said, so let's not. You're right, was she? Well, was she, though? You right. She's so good that I wonder if she's really, mine sometimes. That is extremely topical. Especially when you have numbers and data and stuff like that, where, what is it, a third of parenting test come back is, you're not the father, which is extremely concerning, because that's off of regular data, and if we assume that's generous, then maybe, I mean, 50% it's probably a little, I would say over-exaggerated, but at this point, honestly, it might be like around that number, which is extremely scary to think about. Also, extremely convenient that places like France and whatnot actually bans paternity tests, because something tells me they probably know what would happen if they didn't have them banned, and what it would actually do to the state of France itself. But hey, you know, it's certainly an interesting topic, that's for sure. I got a letter from Maiko. It's long and full of details about her new life over there. Ah, yes, because Maiko eventually decides to go with her mom. She says she made a lot of friends. Let's see, she's in charge of the rabbits at her new school, and she has to get up early to clean cages. They yelled at her for getting her PE uniform. She forgot her homework and had the copy of Friends. I never knew she was that forgetful. Oh, and she did so well at her recorder test that she asked to perform in front of everyone. Then she goes on to talk about how she plays at the park right by the school with her friends every day. Her mother's doing well too. They're having a lot of fun together. Having fun sounds nice. Nowadays I come home to an empty house. The room seems so big without them. I wonder if she feels the same way about her house now that there's no dad in it. Again, something extremely topical where it's like almost half of the people in the States or whatever now have single parent homes, which is an absolutely insane number, especially with the stats that we have about single parent homes. Just, man, it's something, huh? What a state, a society that we live in. It's crazy. We put that kid through so much on our account of our own problems. I feel terrible about it. I said the thing, didn't I? Anyway, as for you, oh yeah, I forgot about this part, you little punk. Seems you really took a shine to you. She wrote all about you. I can't wait to grow up, Dad. That's why I'm drinking lots of... It's always anime and milk, man. It's... Anime knows what's up, I guess. I'm gonna marry him someday. Well... Michael, you weren't supposed to write that part down? What's up with the hey, punk? You're taking advantage of Micah, weren't you? Maybe I haven't been the best dad, but I'm still a father, damn it. I'm not gonna let a guy like you touch Micah with a 10-foot pole. I'll never let you marry him. Don't forget it. Micah's dad ran off. Ah, yes. Hey, you know what? At least even though he was removed out of the home, at least he's still putting in an effort. Koromar? I don't remember if I ever got to talk to Koromar. Although I guess how would I talk to Koromar? Because I don't understand Doge like Iacus, so. Hello there. Oh, you must be by any chance is your name me? Yes, I see. So you're me. Excuse me, I missed Kamiki. Akanari's mother. My son talked about you a lot. I was thinking about him. If you had the time, could you sit here and talk about him with me? Okay. I'm a little busy, actually. That's wonderful. Please sit down. Today is a special day. Rip. Oh, that's the rip music right there. What a coincidence seeing you today. It must be another of God's tricks. Today is my son Akanari's birthday. He'd be 20 if he was still alive. Oof. Rest in pieces, Akanari. Like, it's kind of... Like, the story for Akanari almost seems as if it happened potentially to, like, one of the makers of the game. Like, it's a little too specific to, like... Anybody thinking what I'm thinking? Like, it just seems like his general story, it was a little too specific to be, like, something that you would just think of. I don't know. Not to say that they could have taken a similar story and then, like, tweaked it for the game or whatnot, but it seems like strangely very specific in certain parts at the very least. Only 19 years, it wasn't long enough. He was almost an adult, but he never made it. But he was 19. I mean, 18 is generally considered adult, although you could argue how much of an adult you really are at 18. But he had a genetic disease. Me, I'm as healthy as a horse, but him. The doctors detected it at birth. They knew he wouldn't live to see adulthood. Ooh, very much so, oof. Every day I wondered if he'd wake up the next morning. I blame myself for what he inherited. So, does that mean you're actually the carrier of it? Presumably, if you're the one blaming yourself. Although I guess you would have to have the actual results to see who was the one that carried it and then gave it over to Akanari. Although, presumably, based on what she's saying here, is more than likely her. But he said something to me near then. I'm sorry that brought so much pain into your life, Mother. I'm glad that I've been given life. I'm glad that I've been your son. Thank you so much for the life you had given me. That's what he said. He was the one who suffered so much, and yet he said that to me. But my son brought me a lot of joy, too. Holding his warm body in my arms just after he was born, those tiny hands, that first smile, hearing him breathe easily at night. Every day I gave thanks for him being alive. Every day I found new joy. And now I'm so lonely and there's nothing I can do. But my boy gave me so much that I have to keep going, looking straight ahead. That's how I feel. I'll eat the finest foods, visit the most exotic places. Everything my boy could never do. I have so many stories to tell him about the things I done on that day when we meet again on the other side. If I didn't have that to look forward to, I don't know how I could go on. That reminds me, when my son's condition worsened, he started writing a fable. Oh, we know, he told us about it, quite in depth. But when I was cleaning out his room, I never found the notebook. He said he was going to show it to you first when he was done. Ooh, showing it to me over his own family, huh? Interesting. Oh, why did my volume go down so low on the game volume? Rip. Well, I guess I'll fix that in a minute. He said he was going to show it to you first when he was done. I asked why not me, and he laughed and he said, "You'll be the second one to see it, Mom." I suppose he wasn't able to finish the story. He did finish it. I had the notebook. My son, he was able to give it to you. He explained how you received the notebook from Akanari and that you heard the entire story from him. I see. I'm so glad. That was my only regret. It was awful to think he wasn't able to finish his project. I see. You should hold on to the notebook. I'm sure that's what my boy would have wanted. I'll wait for him to tell it to me himself when I see him. Now I have something else to look forward to. Miss Kamiki stood up quiet. I'm glad you and I could finally meet. Thank you. There's one piece of advice I'd like to give you as an old lady to a young man. Take good care of the ones dearest to you. If you wait until their time has come and you cling on to their cold bodies, then it's too late. Everyone who's born will die someday. For now, at least. Too many people are afraid of dying. Surely we'll figure out a way to deal with it. Whether it's in our actual lifetime or not, probably not, but surely someday. Not just Akane, or me, or you. It happens to everyone. So before that happens, it doesn't take a grand gesture. You don't have to make a big production of it, but if you love someone, let them know. We all go through life with the same struggles, the same heart. We should be able to prop each other up with the same love and kindness as well. I'm sure you have something precious you can share with me. Always remember that. Miss Kamiki left without looking back. See, like, all of that is, like, too written well, if that makes sense. Like, it's too... There's so much effort put into it that it feels like something happened in order to make that happen. Like, it doesn't feel like something people would naturally come up with, if that makes sense. Not to say that it's impossible to do it, but I don't know. Well, I think we talked to just about everyone we could talk to today. The TV is left on, the news is on. Coming up next, a special report on the Mason Commodities Corp, but Tanaka's Mason Commodities. Tanaka, let's go! Oh, this is gonna be good. You already know Tanaka involved. President Tanaka's failure to account for certain expenditures has caused a media stir lately. Okay, so in one of his social links, there's one lady from a charity that's asking for a donation, and presumably this is him spending money for the donations to the charity. We now join our field reporter live on the scene. I'm reporting from the Amazing Commodities head office, where a swarm of journalists have convened. Word has it that President Tanaka will be coming out shortly to make a statement. The tension in the air here can't be denied. Thank you, and we'll be looking forward to updates as anything happens back to the studio. The unaccounted expenditure has sparked a massive investigation. Some theorize that tax evasion is the cause. Well, you know, people like Al Capone and whatnot have been down because of stuff like that. So, well, there's no question about that. I remind you that it is President Tanaka we're talking about. He drinks his own beers for a few extra bucks. I bet he. I probably should. I'm gonna let you guys read that one because I don't know if YouTube would re at me for that, for saying that. They might. I mean, it's a little. No matter how high his net worth rises, he'll never be satisfied. Extremely topical considering how much wealth disparity there is, especially around the globe, much less in the U.S. of A's, but yeah. It's lower than the scum on an earthworm's belly. All that money and no charity's ever seen a dime. Oh, she doesn't know. I'm sure he's not as bad as all that. Oh, that's just saying something has happened at the scene. President Tanaka has emerged. He's carrying a microphone. It looks like he's going to sing. Oh, yeah, well, here we go. Amazing Commodities is here for year-round rain or shine. We have a monopoly on the cheapest, highest quality goods. Oh, so we're Amazon now? Our customers ecstatic screams cause noise pollution. I guess you could probably say Walmart at this point, too. Our stocks rise so high they're a hazard to birds, and we make losers every day out of people who don't buy. We're the only miracle left in this sad, desolate world. That's the Amazing Commodities guarantee. We look forward to your business. President Tanaka's car drove. Oh, man, Tanaka's so good. Oh, he's gone. The hell are you doing? You call yourself a journalist? If you can't get one lousy comment out of him, it's as good as free advertising. Congratulations, you played yourself. We'll have to interrupt you there as we just received the facts. It's from President Tanaka. The message reads, "Hi, this is Tanaka, the best friend your pocketbook ever had." X'd it out on that one, but okay. And what's in my pocketbook is my own business. It's not my company's money, so what's it to them how I use it? Nice. Well, let me make one thing clear. I'm not ashamed of a single thing. That, you know, unapologetically himself. You can say that at the very least. My conscience is clear, dear viewers, so buy my products skill-free. Amazing Commodities here for you year-round, rain or shine. By now, we're drowned in bitter tears. Bye-bye. Apparently, he had no intention of revealing his use for the funds. Only we know the real one, which is ironic that the commenter, or was it the newscaster, either one of them were like, charity's never seen a dime, but now he's actually giving money away to charity because of us. Has this Tanaka no shame? Just because he's made some money for himself doesn't mean he can toy with the common man's emotions. As self-appointed representative of Joe Q Public, I have something to say. I'm not afraid to say it. Fat pigs like him who gorge themselves on the excesses of capitalism should be. Thank you very much as we wrap up our special reward. Yeah, that sounds pretty true to life. So, when somebody's about to go off like that. But no new clues as to how the funds have been used. We can only hope that they went the humanitarian purposes. Well, they did, so you know you got lucky on that one. Up next, your daily glimpse into the stock market. Where Amazing Commodities stocks are skyrocketing on the strength of the bizarre revelations just now. Yeah, he still managed the profit at the end. What an absolute genius. It doesn't seem like the others have returned yet. They all must be enjoying the peaceful evening. Even though you just returned from school, you're feeling very tired. You should go to sleep early tonight. You should go to sleep early tonight. But what if I don't want to go to sleep early tonight? Oh, okay, well. No, everybody's out. Poor Maru. No, are you out too, bruh? I doubt there's anything for Sanjiro in here, but we can at least check his room. Although, it's like one floor down. It's locked and it won't open. Fair enough. Anything special about the command room? No? Oh, okay. Alright, because we forgot. Oh, amnesia. Oh, what's in that room? I wouldn't know. Alright, well, back to sleep we go then. class is ended for today. Junpei, what's up? Hey, something's been bothering me. Who used to sit in that empty seat? That was, you don't remember either, huh? Dude, it's driving me nuts. I don't remember. You too, huh? What was it? It was driving me nuts. It's I guess. That's who. How could you forget? Angie, I got a super important announcement to make. Want to hear it, huh? Okay, here goes, and this is between you and me, okay? You know, we probably should be like, if you really wanted to be that secret, we probably should be having it, you know, right in front of the door of a classroom. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Next year, there are 3 fine-looking women teachers coming in. After Emmy, I mean Miss Kanu leaves, there's no spark to the faculty roster, right? Toriumi has that weird secret she refuses to tell anyone. Miss Onishi is obsessed with mess. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenji, but you failed, so that way we could succeed with Miss Toriumi. I mean, you know, rip the Miss Kanu, but you know, we'll get him next time for Kenji at least. Miss Terauchi is like going to India or somewhere. I mean, come on, even our nurse is a guy. Even if he's good at his job, nurses are supposed to be girl. Whoa! Cancel Kenji, especially nowadays. Cancel. Hashtag cancel Kenji. He's ruining my lifelong dream, the fate. Sick, ditch class and chat with the hot nurse. Well, I mean, yeah. You okay, dude? You're not looking so good. You should see the nurse, but I'm not going with you, dude. Oh, and I heard those new teachers are coming by today to check out the campus. I'm thinking about hanging around the faculty office to come back. Want to come? Alright, wise decision. See, starting next year, we can choose our homeroom, so we gotta make sure we choose the right one, if you catch my drift. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, crap. Today's not much 4th, is it? Shit. Sorry, man. I gotta get lost before she gets here. Who's she? My little sis. She'll be coming starting next year, but she's gonna swing by today and look around. I'm not gonna be your damn tour guide, and I want to lead her around by the hand everywhere everyone can see her. I wish I had an older sister. Oh my, Kenji. Well, later, so whatever. I got jet later. So, all right. Well, yeah. Fair enough, Kenji. Oh man, Kenji, really? I mean, was he really gonna stop at just teachers? No, he was. Student rooms on. Man, who else do I talk to? Okay, Junpei, Kenji, Akihiko, Koromaru, if he's chilling somewhere around. We already talked to Mitsuru. Shouldn't be anybody over here. I doubt it will let me talk to Bebe, although the changed, but yeah, no. That's about what I figured. Laboratory, art room. Art room, no, because we already talked to the nerd and then we already talked to Fukas. That makes sense. Okay. Really, I feel like I'm missing too many people. Yeah. Unless I missed Akihiko, but I feel like that's the case. We can check out the ball. Although we already talked to Tanaka and the environment. Oh, we might be able to talk to Vincent again, see if it progresses it. The man you've seen before is drinking alone again. Oh, it's you. We meet again. Looks like I got no other choice but to get married now. Vincent, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. My girlfriend's pregnancy test was positive. Congratulations. Oof. Do I seem less than thrilled? Well, it's too late now. Anyway, the man looks over at me. Let's go. There's the picture we used. It's beautiful. Hey, can I ask you something? I told you about the bizarre dream I've been having, right? Do you think I keep having those nightmares because I betrayed my girlfriend? Probably. I don't think so. No clue. I mean, it depends on how technical you want to get within the game of Catherine itself, because even the game calls out its own plot hole in the actual game itself, which is kind of like fourth wall breaking, but also like kind of ironic. I don't think so. I stupid think there'd be some connection between that and my dreams, isn't? That's what I thought too at first. But I know it's unbelievable, that rumor about dying if you don't wake up before you hit bottom in a dream. I'm wondering if I'm gonna die in my dreams eventually. We might have died in his dreams a few times. Hey man, you know, when you gotta think on the fly, doing puzzles and whatnot, it can get, especially some of those later areas, some of those blocks you have to deal with are straight up cursed. But, oh, sorry, I keep saying crazy sounding stuff, don't I? Hey, remember me, okay? This is probably the last time I'll be able to drink freely like this. If I ever see you again, I'll tell you more of my story. Of course, it'll probably have nothing to do with your problems. And again, now I even referenced this line when I had originally seen it. I was like, okay, it could be, you know, like a nothing, but what if it is something and this is just meant to, like, throw it off? But no, it's actually just something. It's just actually a cameo for Catherine, which came out, I believe, 2 years later after this game. So, you know, nice little cameo on their end. And I really unloaded on you. Normally, it's the adult who should be listening to the high schoolers' problems. I feel like dirt. Be careful on your way back home. There's a lot of weirdos out there. See. There shouldn't be anybody else in the mall at this point. That should be the end of Vincent's stuff. Now we're good over here. Yeah, they're just talking about the coal. So, what's even the point? I mean, I guess just to fill out some space in that area, but man. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is Nozomi's thing. That's right. I heard he had a hand in the hidden menu at Agakure as well. Yes, I heard the same story. They say he tried to buy us some dish. Instead, it could use some fish flakes, so they put some in, and sure enough, it was delicious. It's officially established as the hidden menu item. Now I can't get enough of it myself. Officially established as the hidden menu item. That doesn't make any sense. How's a hidden menu item? Yeah, it's officially established. But I come up with some ideas for Wakatsu too. Yeah, he's the one. Nozomi put our coffee on the map too. Sure, his appearance and behavior is how would I shape this eccentric. You know, that's certainly a way to put it. There's definitely some harsher ways you can put it. But he knows everything about food, and his palate is refined. He's in a league of his own among gourmets. There's not a restaurant or around here who doesn't know him. Is he that famous? So when you heard he was planning to leave to tour the country, well, I was shocked and disappointed, of course, but I'm glad to hear he's doing well for himself. I heard he's got a book coming out. It's very exciting. Even when he's far away, I still feel him. Oh, wait, don't run them. The rumor's true that a King Nozomi statue is to be erected in the shopping district. Indeed, it's very exciting. I'll be rubbing it every day for lunch. Pretty sus there, Lee, but okay. Okay, so we already talked to the rival athlete. We talked to the old people. That would have been Nozomi, which is weird that they would have him. I mean, I guess this is like an eatery district, so I guess it makes more sense for him to be there than the mall. Even though he only ever hangs out at the mall, but alright. Yeah, that should have been everybody over here. It's just Maiko and Stripey. But Maiko wasn't even over there. She was in the mall. You're feeling tired. You can't keep your eyes up, and you should rest. Tomorrow's senior graduation day. I'm pretty sure Akihiko showed up in my original playthrough, so I'm kind of wondering why that's not that. Oh, I guess we didn't talk to Ken or whatever. But it's also Ken, so it's very much so who cares? Still no Aegis. Aegis, you're not gonna let me die before saying goodbye, are you? Because surely I'm just wasting away at this point. I mean, we paid 999 HP to seal away Nyx. Surely we're not doing too hot after that.
It's me, Aegis.
Let's go.
May I please come in?
Oh, you can always come. Hey, don't open the door. Open.
Thank goodness.
Let's go, Ace. Let's go.
I'm so happy to see you again.
And we're all happy to see you again,
I'm
Igus.
sorry to show up so suddenly.
You could have showed up much earlier than this,
but
Igus.
I really needed to talk to you.
No problem. What's on your mind?
I remember everything.
Of course you would, because you're a robot.
Everyone seems to have forgotten. But I remember
Because you're a robot.
that day we...
Yeah, where I went Bill Different mode, and now I'm dying. You're right. Don't cry. You're right.
I'm sorry. It's just that when I remembered, I was afraid you might go somewhere far away, like you did at the last battle.
I'm working on going somewhere far away. Me and Akinari are gonna be hanging out. You know, that's it. And Sanjiro, of course. You know, gotta throw him in there. That won't happen.
Graduation's today, isn't it?
It is.
I'm sorry. The ceremony's already begun.
Oh, don't worry about it. Those were extremely long and boring for your 5 seconds in the spotlight for your family or whatever. But hey, I guess it's customary and whatnot. And at least my family always put heavy emphasis on education and whatnot, and actually being smart and being nerds. Yet it it hasn't really worked out for me just yet. But you know, we're working on making that happen, and we're getting there.
Such nice weather outside.
Yeah, even though we're
Do
both
you
inside.
remember the promise we all made?
Yeah. I know a thing about keeping promises, alright? We're going up to the rooftop at the end of it.
Why don't we go there and wait for the others?
Just me and you, I guess. That sounds like a great idea.
We can enjoy the view of this peaceful city.
That we can. Meanwhile, at the auditorium.
The time to part has finally come. Though this is our last day together, we want the senior class to know that you've truly earned our respect.
Wow, because that actually matters, especially when you're graduating, but okay.
We wish each of you good health, happiness, and prosperity.
A lot of empty words, but you know, I appreciate hearing them nonetheless.
On this auspicious occasion, I bid you all a fond farewell on behalf of the student body.
Oh, everybody clap. Yeah, there it is.
Next, a word from the valedictorian.
Miss Hoover?
From Class D, Mitsuru Kirijo.
Of course.
Thank you.
Because she's a nerd.
This last year, I accepted an important responsibility as student council president.
You brought that upon yourself.
When I first addressed you from this podium,
You did.
I spoke to you all about seizing opportunity while you had the chance.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been fate that intervened and gave me an important reminder of this.
They
As
really
many
like
of
talking
you may
about fate.
know, my father unexpectedly...
Then again, why is that not surprising, considering it's a game that works on tarot cards and half the teachers are talking about astrology and all that, but hey.
He unexpectedly passed away due to sudden illness.
Right, that's what we're calling it. Uh-huh.
Sudden illness?
Oh, she doesn't even believe herself. The thing's happening.
Wow, that's rare. I've never heard her stumble in a speech before.
Students began the buzz. Within that group, a handful of students stood up. There's Akihiko.
We...
Huh? Wait, wasn't I supposed to... Oh... I...
That's right. I remember now. Our promise.
I remember.
Let's go.
Upon my father's death, I was set adrift in life. No longer will I run from the future. I will face it head on, in memory of my father's will. I am resolved free from doubt or hesitation. It is because I have such wonderful, such priceless friends.
Nice.
Mitsuru!
We swore to each other never to lose hope, no matter what tomorrow brings.
That's right. After shouting that, Mitsuru left from the stage to rejoin it.
Senpai, we remember about him and Igus.
Nice.
Yes, of course. Let's go, everyone.
But you remembered me from before this, because we had that whole time. I guess that's just not canon to the in-game story.
Where do you think you're going? We're in the middle of a ceremony.
Shut up, old man. I'm dying over here. Meanwhile, on the roof of the high school, the warm sunlight and gentle breeze feels good on your resting body. I guess it's sitting close to where you're lying.
The wind feels so nice.
Doesn't it?
This is my first time experiencing spring.
I mean, is it though? I mean, you were asleep for like 10 years or whatever, but I guess it's the first time. So you still would have experienced spring while you were sleeping, although I guess it wouldn't be to the same degree, but I mean, come on.
But this season will eventually pass.
Yeah, just like my life. As I'm dying right now.
After fighting alongside you and facing the world's end,
Yes, I guess.
I finally began to understand.
Well, Ryoji did say that you were gonna learn, or you would be like the second one to learn, because I learned first and now you're learning.
What it means to live.
That's the greatest question. That's the thing that Ryoji said. He was like, we learned what it means to live. And now I guess knows.
Thinking for yourself, not running away. Accepting the inevitable. All things eventually come to an end. Every living thing will one day disappear.
For now anyways.
Only by accepting this can one discover what they truly want. What the meaning of their life will be. I understand now why I was so tormented by my lack of strength. Protecting others became more than just an order I had to obey.
Nice.
I wanted to do it for my own reasons.
There we go, I guess. Getting your own purpose.
I realized this once I decided to try and prevent the fall. When I thought I might never see you again, something else became clear to me. What I wanted most.
Oh yeah? What's that, I guess?
And so, I made up my mind. I decided that I would continue to protect you.
Let's go.
I want to be your strength.
You will be soon enough, because I'm kind of dying over here on the bench. I don't know if you noticed.
I know I'm not the only one who can do this, but that's okay.
Yeah, we got all the homies to help you out.
My life will be worth living if it's for this reason.
Nice. So much dedication. Much dedication, such...
Thank you.
It's all good, I guess, but I gotta go now. Don't cry, it'll be okay.
You're right. What am I doing? I understand now. So I should be happy.
Be happy, I guess.
Hey!
Or if we want to go off the Sarah's Wrath, as he's dying in the playthrough that we did. No more crying. Smile. My wrath is finally gone. Does that apply to this game 100%? No. But it's just remembering something I heard from the playthrough that we did for that game. You hear voices calling out to you.
Everyone. I realize now that I have friends as well.
That's right.
You don't have to save the world to find meaning in life.
I mean, you don't, but it certainly helps.
Sometimes, all you need is something simple, like someone to take care of.
Yes, to a certain degree. I mean, it can be that simple. If only it was always that simple, but...
I'll keep on living no matter what, so that I can protect you.
Nice. I guess the smiling gently. The gentle spring sunlight warms your body. The cheering you hear from afar, the slightly chill wind. This is the world you and your friends protected. You feel a little sleepy.
Thank you for everything.
It's all good, I guess. You hear the familiar voice of your most precious friend. It sounds like Fuka, Yukari, or Mitsu. I don't know. It's Fuka. Noticing Fuka's voice, I guess quietly withdrew. It seems Fuka was the first to make it here. Now, this is actually something that didn't happen when I first playthrough. Did I not max out any of these three in my first playthrough? That doesn't sound right. Or is this just because of the New Game Plus thing? Because in the first one, I guess, a bit of a spoiler, but while these guys were running over to me, I kind of just like killed over. I was like, I guess it's like, oh, you're good to go now. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I fell asleep and died. So it looks like we get a little bit more closure this time around. Yes, Fuka?
I remember it all now. How we fought with our lives at stake. The miracle that happened.
Ah, plot armor. You love to see it.
And who was dearest to me during it all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I forgot.
It's alright, Fuka. It's not your fault. Fuka hugged you tightly. Fuka, please, I'm already dying.
Oh, thank goodness I remembered. But when I did, I got scared that you wouldn't be here anymore.
Well, if it was the first playthrough, I would have been dead before you got over here. But because this is the second playthrough, I guess maybe I did something different, or it's a New Game Plus thing. I don't entirely know.
You're so warm.
Well, that seems off considering I'm dying, but sure.
I'm right here with you.
You and I guess and all the other ladies. What a way to go, you know? With an ending like that, maybe dying isn't. You hear footsteps and several familiar voices drawing near.
Do you hear that? Everyone else is here too.
I do. The bright sunlight and the warmth of Fuka's arms. You're getting sleepier. Your eyelids feel heavy. Close your eyes. No. I gotta stay as long as I can. No! I'm dead.
I'll always be with you.
See, now, if you don't actually pick somebody right there, in my first playthrough, I guess said that. But that time, I guess because I chose Fuka, it chose Fuka to say that, where I'm sure if I had picked Mitsuru or Yukari, or if I said, I don't know, it probably would have defaulted, I guess. But, yeah, no, that's our second playthrough of Persona 3. But it is also actually, I guess, as far as the recordings are concerned, our first Persona 3. But yeah, no, I mean, we did just about everything in the game. I mean, the only thing I really didn't do is play as the female playthrough of the game. Which, if we ever come back to Persona 3, perhaps we'll do that in the next one. Otherwise, I would say the only real reason I would come back to Persona 3 at this point is not because I don't like the game, it's just because I've played through it 2 times now, and the farming for Elizabeth really killed me, honestly. Like that, oh, that was pain. Let me tell you, that was pain. That was legitimately probably like a day to maybe like 2 days straight of grinding, and I don't mean like 8 hours like in a day and then counting another 8 hours. I mean like legitimately like 48 hours of grinding, which is, you know, kind of a disgusting thought to think about. Apparently in Reloaded you can actually just buy gems, which would have made life 100 times easier. A nice little quality of life upgrade. But Reloaded is also like $70 plus another 30 for whenever the DLC comes out, which is you know, it hurts the soul a little bit, but buy games that are 15 years old for $100. just because they're remade and all that. Like, please, it's not even like you're making a new game. I mean, you've made some like different changes and whatnot within the game. Okay, sure, but $70 plus a $30 DLC. Like, bruh, you serious? Like, come on now. That's a little much, don't you think, Atlas? I mean, come on now. But yeah, I mean, oh man, it's kind of like, I mean, if there was any Persona out of 3, 4, and 5 that I would go back and play again, it would be 4. Like, it would be 4. Like, in terms of like my most favorite to my least favorite, I mean, 4 is definitely most favorite, and then it'd be between 3 or 5 for second most, at least so far of the ones we played. In which case, man, 3 or 5, 3 or 5. Honestly, you could replace 3 and 5. I mean, that people might be like, that's a little bit of a cop out, which is fair, but I mean, oh man. If I assume, but then I did the twins in 5 too, so it's like if I left out the fight with Elizabeth, then my view of 3 would slightly be a little bit better, but I guess the story for 3 would be second, but the gameplay of 5 would be second, so then I guess you want to even those two out, with one being better than the other in the other category. I guess it'd be about the same, but 4 is definitely the best out of them. Like, it's not even close. Like, 4 is just that much better. The fact that we remade 3 before we remade 4 is wild. Actually wild. Maybe they're just waiting for a new engine to come out, in which case that's when they would do 4. In which case, that I can at least see and potentially approve of. But it almost feels like heresy to redo 3 before 4. But maybe that's just me. Oh man, 4 on a new engine would be insane. Especially if they went with the palaces from 5 and put them for 4. Instead of the way that 4 is. Not that the way that 4 is set up is bad, but I think the general overall like palace idea is better. Not that Tartarus was like a bad. It's harder. Oh man, I'd say 4 in terms of like the general layout for like dungeons / Tartarus / palaces. If we want to compare them, I'd probably say 5's palaces is the best in terms of like the areas. Of course, 5 was the newest one, so you know. And then, do I like Tartarus more than the other areas? Tartarus wasn't as repetitive, I would say yes. I think the general concept of Tartarus is better than 4's dungeons, but the way that it actually plays out, I feel like 4's is better. So in that case, in terms of like the general areas, I guess you would refer to them as, it would probably be 5, and then 4, and then 3. Which all of this is probably making it sound like 3 was like some kind of bad game or something, which it wasn't. It's just, it probably just suffers a bit more due to the fact that it's, you know, the oldest. So the 3 that I'm mentioning as well. So then they had weaker engines and more technological limitations and whatnot, which could have also helped from keeping it being a better game as opposed to the other 2. But that's what we have remakes for and whatnot, right? So then once I mean, I guess I get reloaded, in which case, but not at this point. Maybe in the future when it's not $100 absolute insanity. That's just wild. But yeah, no, that's Persona 3. As far as I am concerned, I'm relatively good for where I'm gonna at least leave this game for the time being. We did a platinum of it, but it also gives us a reason to come back and play the female perspective in the game, as well as platinum the game during that run. So even with that, still, you know, it gives me a potential 3rd playthrough in the game, which we did like 3 or 4 playthroughs in 4, but I mean, 4 was actually good enough to warrant it, for sure, for sure. Persona 5, I think I did 2 times, maybe 3 times to get the platinum. Persona 5 was alright. Some of the palaces, like, basically all the palaces for a first time run through were good. And then, like, a second plus time run through of them were, like, kind of like, alright, let's not say we did. Madarame's was pretty, like, actually inside the museum was not bad. Once you get into, like, the painting world, that's kind of, that one's kind of meh. What else? Futama's world is cool for the first time you go in, and then second plus playthrough after that is like a bit of a slog. What else? Size Palace is good. Kamoshida's is fine. Kanashiro's at the bank is passable, but like it's better than, in terms of like a second play through, like run through of the thing, if you're like just trying to get to the end as quickly as possible, it'd still be better than something like Futaba's or Madarame's, and is at least still a little bit more interesting than Madarame's, at least to me, but that, I suppose that's a different thing. But yeah, that's a little bit of side rants. So yeah, so Persona is going to not necessarily disappear from the channel, but we're going to move away from Persona a little bit. We will be getting some new games. I do want to get Resident Evil 4 Remake out there at some point. And then some people are going to be like, you already did Resident Evil 4? Shut up. Okay, that was the original one, all right? The remake, from what people tell me, is different enough to warrant a playthrough of it. And I actually already have it on me, thanks to birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that. Very kind to the people to go ahead and give me those. So that's something I'm considering as well. Although we'll probably do it as a stream first. I don't know if it'll be YouTube or Twitch at the time. I would do both. I would simulcast, but because I'm affiliated on Twitch at this point, I don't think they allow me to simulcast, which realistically probably doesn't matter. I mean, like, what are the chances they would come after me for something like that? Not really, not very realistic. They only really care about the ones that make them money like that, in which case, you know, your bigger streamers and whatnot, they would look at more closely. Somebody like me or whatever, they'd be like, whatever, it's not even worth the effort, sort of thing. But we might do it on YouTube, honestly. You know, I mean, we've done it on Twitch a lot, but considering how much we've invested into YouTube over the last couple of months, really, well, we might look into a YouTube stream, which I should be able to do, although I'll probably have to take a couple of days to figure everything out, considering it's a little different than Twitch and whatnot. Of course, it's YouTube, so that's always kind of concerning for its own reasons, but not to say that Twitch doesn't have some of the same issues, but technical things, streamer things, am I right? But yeah, so I'm thinking some Resident Evil 4. I do want to play the Elden Ring DLC came out, and man, I definitely want to jump on that too, because I mean, our channel has always featured Souls-like games, so I mean, getting DLC for the Elden Ring is right up my alley. Of course, that's also more money, but I mean, it's Souls-like, man. It's too good. Like, $40 for DLC is a lot, and people will be like, "Oh, you want to get the Persona 3 DLC for $30, while you'll get the Elden Ring DLC for 40?" Yes, absolutely, because they're leagues different between the two of them. Because Elden Ring, FromSoft, just when they actually do DLC, they do DLC. Like, they actually go out of their way. Like, that DLC is actually worth stuff. Like, there's so much DLC that's just like, this should have been in the game, but you're just trying to nickel and dime me to get that extra $30 out of me. Like, if I was to get reloaded and be like, oh, here's this $30 DLC. Like, no, that's nickel and diming me. The $40 from Elden Ring for that DLC, that is legitimately, they went out of the way to make a new part of the game for you. Not like, oh, I just held this out of the original game to then go back and sell it to you later for another $40. No, no, no. This is them actually building something new. So that one I would actually approve of. The Persona 3 one for Reloaded for $30. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but you know, it's a bit of a hard sell. It's kind of like Persona 5 Royal. People are like, oh, it's like $30 right now. But then I'd have to replay through Persona 5 again, which would be like a third playthrough just to play the Royal aspect of the game. Which is doable, but it's like I would have preferred to have done that from the very beginning, but also I didn't have Royal at the time, nor do I have it right now. So, you know, that's a different thing entirely. But yeah, I'm thinking Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm thinking Elden Ring DLC. I'm thinking Fire Emblem. I'm thinking we might get some more Mario on the channel. I'm thinking Octopath Traveler. Like, we got the pipeline here. It's just a matter of what we want to do first. What we're going to stream, what we're going to do is the YouTube series. Like, it's just a bunch of thoughts in my head. I gotta like storyboard / timeline, like all of these that I want to go into effect and whatnot. It's just a lot of back end stuff I gotta take care of. That being said, appreciate you guys for watching our Persona 3 portable playthrough series. If you guys like 3, we've got Persona 4. Absolutely, like if you're gonna watch one of the Persona playthroughs, like 4 is the one that I would say the most absolutely do, because 4 I would say is the most interesting story out of all of them. But 5 is also our first Persona playthrough, so if you want to just see me be an absolute noob at these games, then 5's for you. And 3 is like veteran status at this point for the fact that we beat 5 like 2 or 3 times now, 4 like 3, even 4 times, and now Persona 3 we played 2 times all the way through, plus beating all the ultimate bosses, which I do beat the Reaper and the secret ultimate bosses in 4 and 5 as well. So if you guys like seeing the Margaret video and the Elizabeth video and the Reaper video from this one, be sure to absolutely go ahead and check the equivalents out in 4 and 5. That being said, yeah, that's a general timeline that I'm thinking of for games for the near future on the channel. I appreciate you guys for watching the series. Hopefully you guys are willing to branch out, look at some other games, whether that be the Persona 4 and 5 playthroughs on the channel, or any of the other hidden gems that we come across on this channel. All that being said, appreciate you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.